Mollie and Nikki, I guess I'd like to start on a high note. The trip didn't go as well as the game results are concerned, but Friday I thought was a very good day. Good cultural experience getting to see D.C. like that. And Mollie, you're from Ohio, Nikki, California. Was that your guys' first trip to D.C.? What did you think about that experience?
It wasn't my first trip to D.C. I've been to D.C. before, but it was a nice experience to be able to do it with the team, which we've never been able to do, so it was nice.
Yeah, it's different from going to like Nebraska or Iowa, so that's a nice change. Got to actually see some sites that people go there for vacation.
Kind of one of the perks of being a student athlete, being on the road. Got to see Annapolis as well, getting to travel a little bit.
Yeah, it was really nice. I've never been to Annapolis, so it was kind of a nice little trip. We got to go to Delia's house and got to see the ocean, which I obviously miss, so it was nice.
All right, so unfortunately over the last 5 games, only 1 goal. How have teams that you've been on in the past, how have you gotten out of offensive funks like this that maybe the squad is in right now?
I mean, I think it just comes down to individuals stepping up and, putting the ball in the back of the net. It's difficult. There's not much scoring in soccer, but we just have to figure out a way to tough it out and just keep getting the chances that we're creating.
All right, going forward, with Michigan State this weekend kind of got me thinking about Michigan. Your classmate Taylor Newoy, unfortunately injured early on this season. Melissa Casella also out this year. What have you kind of missed that those two have brought to the table that you don't have this year?
Well, both of them are really crafty players, so we obviously miss that aspect of their game, and but it's nice to have them on the bench supporting us and keeping us going. And I know I'd play for them, so it's nice for us to just be able to do that.
Yeah, I think we also just kind of miss their experience because they both are upperclassmen on a team with a bunch of freshmen. And Newoy is one of the most dynamic players that we have, so we really miss her offensive spark. And Mel is very technical and can keep the ball for us, so we also are missing her right now. But like Nikki said, it's good that they're still around and on the bench and stuff, so it's good.
And Mollie, you went through that year off thing with the knee injury where you had to support the team from the bench. What was that like? I mean, is it hard to come back and get back to 100% after that?
Yeah, I mean, you can't really, it's hard to do it unless you've ever actually been through it. So, and game days are especially hard, so it's just a process. There's not a quick fix. It's not they're on the bench and nothing's wrong. It's something that's just going to hurt for a while, but it's a long process, so you kind of have to ride out that process. And I mean, I'm very grateful for my 5th year and the ability to keep playing, so it was worth it in the end.
Chance to play on a Saturday night this weekend against Michigan State. Something you guys really have never done here at home. Usually it's Friday, Sunday, and as Rob just said, a chance to play really only 4 games or 5 games over the next 4 weekends. Hopefully be fresh down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, we have always had 2 games on the weekend, so having 1 game over the next 4 weeks each weekend will be a nice little relaxing, well, not really relaxing, but it'll be better than having 2 games a weekend.
And it's nice that we're playing on Saturday too, because we don't have that school schedule or whatever, and it's at night.
But I think both us and the Indiana Hoosiers, we've played 8 games over the first 4 weeks, which certainly puts a tax on the young ladies physically, and physically and emotionally in regards to just a Friday, Sunday, Friday, Sunday, Friday, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday format. We've had 2 big road trips during that 4-week span as well. Coming off of what is a weekend that we weren't happy with the final results, and certainly I think on Sunday's match we weren't the team that we've been all year, and that was really disappointing for us. The Thursday match against Maryland, I thought we did a much better job. We created the opportunities that we needed to win the game, and certainly I felt like a loss was a bit of a disservice. But we did play 2 good games on the road to come back home, and we look forward to hosting the Michigan State Spartans this coming Saturday night. A hard-working team finding themselves at the bottom of the table. Really, I think 3 of our final 5 opponents are below us currently in the table, and really provide us an opportunity to move up into the middle of the mix and secure a place in the Big Ten tournament, and that's what we'll be looking to do. Michigan State plays in a 4-3-3. I think a traditionally hard-working team. They knock the ball around fairly well, got good goalkeeping, and they're fairly consistent in their approach and their play. Tom always has, I think, a very well-drilled team, organized, and an approach to the game game that they like to play soccer. So for us, it's really get back to the basics of what we do best, and we talked about that as a team, and it's applying pressure and moving forward as a unit, and the things that you and I have talked about over the past month and a half is us being compact front to back, not giving things up, which was, I think, the disappointing part against about the Maryland game on Sunday is find yourself 3-0 down after 30 minutes. Just isn't the team that we've been. So make us a side that's difficult to score against, difficult to play against, and be able to hit them on the counter when they open up to try to attack us. And I definitely think we've been creating those chances, but we're going to focus over the next several weeks of converting those chances, because I really feel like if we do that, we're going to find ourselves on the other end of results that we've been over the past couple of weeks.
And obviously the results on the field didn't go the way you wanted at Maryland and Rutgers, but I thought you did a good job of giving the ladies a chance to experience the East Coast, especially with a Friday off in D.C., and kind of one of the perks of being a student athlete to be able to visit a big-time city like that.
Yeah, that's something that we've always tried to do wherever we travel, is try to show them things. When we've gone out to the West Coast, we've shown them, Mount Hood or Mount Rainier, and the things. And I think a lot of the young ladies hadn't been to the nation's capital, so, being able to take them around the Smithsonian and all the major memorials around the green was really a great opportunity for them to see an area of the country that they hadn't. We were blessed that we got to go to on one of our players, there were Paskey's home, and experience crab cakes, Maryland crab cakes, that type of thing. And just overall, I think it was it's playing in one of the best conference in the country in regards to academics and athletics, and it now spans from nearly halfway across the country all the way to the East Coast. The girls get to see a lot of things that they wouldn't otherwise, and if they weren't soccer players. And so certainly for us as a staff, I think that cultural development is certainly part of their education.